I did say we'll play it though, and I will. Hear my heart now. I believe in all culture today, sports in particular for kids are becoming more, they're starting to shift everything. Back in my day, you didn't have anything on Sundays, man. If you did, on Sunday afternoons. There was no Wednesday nights? No way, dude, you don't have that. I'll just challenge you. That's between you and God. Kids are number 3. Let me also say this. Sometimes you will have God first, and then you guys won't have kids, and you're all lovey-dovey, you're connected together, then you'll have kids. And now spouse becomes number 3, and kids go to number 2. And I see that very often. It happens a lot. Let me say this. Your rate of divorce, your divorce rate will increase significantly if you allow that to happen. It's God, it's spouse, then it's kids. Now, kids can be an awesome thing. If you have it in the right order, what a blessing. Psalm 127:3. 127:3. If you want to write that down, it's a great verse. Children are a heritage from the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is a reward. It's a gift. Those kids that you've been blessed with, those are a gift from God. I will say this, again, some practical things real quick for you guys. Men, when you come home from work, or ladies, when you come home from work or wherever you're out, your kids will want you first. And that's great, because you have a good relationship with your kids. But I want to challenge both spouse, go connect with your spouse first. Go give your husband, your wife a kiss, a big hug. I love you, babe. Great to see you. Miss you today. Then go play with Cain and Abel, okay? Then go rough them up, all right? And you go love on them too. Hear me now. Connect with your spouse first. Then your kids. It will be well with you. It's not my word, it's God's word. Let me also say this practically. Kids, if you've heard this said, kids spell love T-I-M-E. You've heard it, but we've neglected it. Kids spell love T-I-M-E. And some of us say, well, we just make sure we keep quality time. I think the quality time will come within the time that you have with the kids, very naturally. But if you try to create that quality time, okay, I gotta really have this a really good time for my kids, so I'll just kind of, I don't know if it works that way. Spend time with your kids. And again, as I'm sharing this, I'm sharing it with myself. Don't beat yourself down because of it. You've been there. Make some changes. As I'm growing in this as well. Let's make some changes. Ephesians 6. You guys are in Ephesians still, I think? Look at Ephesians 6 real quick. Let's read through that. He continues through. He gives some instruction for husbands, wives. Then he goes to kids. Chapter 6, verse 1, he says, kids, obey your parents. And young men and women here, underline that. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. And young people, you can underline this, that it may be well with you, and you may live long on the earth. Okay? You don't want to get taken out early? Underline that. And obey your parents. You can live long. And it will be well with you. There's kids that just will not obey their parents. And they are in the doghouse, detention, grounded. They're grounded for life. Because they just obey your parents. It'll be a lot better for you. You can get out every now and again. Have some fun with your friends. Obey your parents in the Lord. It's right. It's a commandment from God. And look at verse 4. Fathers, tune into this. You fathers, don't provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. Let me say to you, men, you're the spiritual leader of the household. God's going to ask you when you step into eternity, how did you raise your kids? He's going to look to you. Now, he's blessed you with an amazing counterpart to help you in this endeavor. But he's going to ask you, bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. Proverbs 22:6. You can also jot down if you want. Train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. Right? Practical things. Spend time. One thing that I've shared with you before, we've implemented in our life is triple D. Devotional donuts with Daddy on Saturday mornings. Actually, lately it's become quadruple D, because now it's devotional donuts with Daddy and D-Money, which is my code name for my wife, because now she doesn't have to work on Saturday morning, so we all go hang out. But the kids know every Saturday we're going to go do that. They got swimming lessons right now. Actually, Blaze thinks he's what's that guy's name? Dr. Phelps. Dude, it's hilarious. We went and saw his swimming lessons at Village West, and Holmes is like getting ready. Just getting it, and he'll get like halfway down, ooh, and then he'll just start sinking, the lifeguard just jumps in there. Oh! This poor guy. But then afterwards, you know what we do? We have time together. We've set it aside. We've looked at our planner and go, we're busy people. We understand that. If I don't make this time from our kids, it will go away. Next thing you know, you're going to be Holmes on the video going, and the little kid's going to be going through all of his games, and you're not going to be there, and you can't go back in time. Adjustments right now. Bring them up in the training admonition. Now, if you still have your pencil, write down under kids, I want to give you the road of discipline in the book of Proverbs. I think I might have given this to you before, but I want to give it to you. It's all in the book of Proverbs, so you can just write Proverbs right there. All right? And I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 verses for you to read and understand how to properly discipline your kids. Proverbs 17:25, 22:15, bless you, 23:13, 13:24, and 23, verse 24 through 25. Again, that's Proverbs 17:25, 22:15, 23:13, 13:24, and then 23:24, verse 24 through 25. Do that study on your own, maybe husband and wife, to look through that, how to discipline your kids. I learned this, and it freed me from yelling, from anger,